Okay, great. Hi, everyone. After a short non-commercial break, sponsored by Blue Chew. Blue Chew is giving me uh, free lifetime supply of Blue Chew to do this plug for them on my friends. Thank you very much, Blue Chew. That's Blue Chew. Chewable tablet. So we find our party now at make your way from the tavern room in Alice. Um, Nothing untoward happens on your way to the palace. Um, Guards seem unconcerned, and you pass a few constructs, but if they saw you in the marketplace, they don't seem to have, seem that you have something to do with the missing fish.
Should we make it back to the room?
Make it back to the room.
I'm gonna leave little Bubo. I'm gonna close the door, but I'm gonna leave little Bubo sitting outside of the door. And as this 10 minutes goes on, I'm gonna go into little Bubo, and I'm just gonna watch. I'm gonna be the lookout in the hallway.
Great.
So are you waiting on me?
Right away.
Yeah, because we're all in position to let you do your 10-minute scrying. So
Great. Fantastic.
We're just gonna guard.
Okay.
Right? Roll.
Arlie finds a smelly old sock. I don't know what she finds. What did she find of Harold's? Help me out here. Like, what did he leave behind?
His bag is still in the room, so.
Okay, great. So she's gonna use the bag and probably, some theatrical much ado about nothing, because that is her style. But otherwise, the spell says that I can see and hear a particular creature I choose that is on the same plane of existence as me. The target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target and the sort of physical connection you have to it. If the target knows you're casting the spell, it can choose to fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed. So I don't really know what happens if Harold's unconscious. Like, I'm not really clear what happens.
For incapacitated rules for scrying too, I'm just going to rule that there's no saving throw.
Okay.
Because the fact that you can choose to fail it implies that feels the effects of the spell and therefore chooses to resist, right? Thus making a wisdom saving throw. So Harold is located in the basement of the palace. You have an idea in your head of his rough position, sort of unable to see the room itself.
Unable to see the room itself? I just know it's in the basement.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you sort of have this...
It's like a luminous orb is what it says.
A little compass in your head.
Okay.
Sort of like,
Okay. So, I can keep checking into this. I can keep checking in on Harold for the next 24 hours, I believe. And the sensor, it's like I've placed a scrying sensor on Harold, and it will move with Harold. And, sorry?
Does it update you if the target moves?
I think that I'm just able to check in. It's concentration. Maybe
See and hear. Okay.
I can see and
You
hear.
see, yeah. You see Harold in the same kind of tank that he was floating in last time, suspended in this time field that was also put over the party guests. In terms of what you hear, there's just the sound of footsteps, almost a sound like water boiling, and someone muttering to themselves, but you can't really make out what they're saying.
Okay, I don't know where I got that 24 hours thing from. I thought I read it. Maybe it was part of a different spell. I don't see it now in the description that I'm scanning. So, yeah. So I just if Elric and Thad are just outside the door, I go and I pop open the door and I'm just like, he's in the basement. Unless they weren't there, then I don't say that out loud.
Yeah, no, yes. I warred back into myself. Well, I still think that, yes, we should try to free him if he's just in the basement. But before we do anything rash, I do think that we should either try to talk to Garrett or Wyatt.
I don't know why I'm whispering. I'm just really
I don't know why I'm whispering either, okay? I'm very nervous. I do not like this time shit.
Me neither. I just feel like if we don't want to tip them off, because if we repeat again, we don't want them to know that we knew, do you know? Because we want to have the upper hand. I mean, although technically, theoretically, it would still be in the basement. I think. God.
You still want me
The sounds begin to resolve themselves, Arlie, and it sounds like the high-pitched tones of someone in Gnomish.
Oh, who's speaking Gnomish? Dad, who's speaking Gnomish in all of this?
What?
I'm hearing Gnomish.
Say it phonetically. Just say out loud what you're hearing. It doesn't matter how ridiculous it is.
Arlie can just speak languages, kind of, but I think I need to take time to do that. So, okay, Arlie goes,
nah.
Yes, she does that.
What did she say?
Porca cha putana.
Can I figure that out knowing Gnomish?
I mean,
I'm sorry, your mic is popping out, Keen. I missed that.
yeah, you understand what porcaccia putana means.
Okay, yeah. He's cursing.
Oh, that makes sense. Wait, that makes sense. I guess no one's listening here. I don't know. But, okay, so Harold's unhappy. Or, no, who's cursing? Harold's unconscious.
Adolfo, probably. Is he saying anything else?
Can I see Adolfo?
Sure. So as you go back to listen, you hear the image now is beginning to resolve itself. And Koya, if you could go to the laboratory image, so you can see what that looks like. The image begins to resolve in your head, Arlie. Just pulling up this. Sorry, team. I should have had this ready.
Okay. Didn't know I'd be casting a 5th level spell.
An alchemist's lab. The walls are lined with books, scrolls, and flasks and machinery. In the center of the room, there is a very low work table, as though built from one 3 feet tall, full of tools and various cogs. In the corner is the same clockwork monstrosity apparatus you saw during the ball. Beside it, frozen in time, is an unconscious Harold. And pacing back and forth in the room and swearing, Adelpha. Back and forth. As the door to the workshop and Lord Commander Typhon, flanked by 2 constructs of the Knights of Solamnia, the workshop. Adelpho freezes in its tracks. I should also note the time. 10 a.m.
Oh, Arlie's wondering if the frozen in tracks, like, has she been seen? Has someone seen?
No, he's reacting to the door opening.
Okay.
So your orb, just so we're all clear, the sensor moves with the target. A creature that can see invisible objects sees the sensor as if a luminous orb about the size of your. I can't put it out there that neither Adelpho nor Lord Commander Typhon nor the constructs have that ability, but that's not something that people usually just have on.
Right.
That takes some effort. So you're no reason to just I should see you. That's right. He stops as Typhon enters the room. You me the head? And Typhon shakes his head. No, it's missing. Oh, sí, capito. Yeah, yes. Very hard. And make the machine work without it. He's, that's fine. I know you have certain requirements for your work. It's very odd, though. Adelpho. Adelpho goes, oh, see, yeah. What are you so hot? Well, it seems odd to me. Someone just happened, stopped by the market, and absconded with a head, signing for it under the name of Wyhan Turnpike Candlewick, who is not a person. Name of 3 people, 2 of whom know. As he moves through the workshop, having his little monologue, he's just taking objects and examining them and putting them down. And as he does, he's very frantically scrambling to put everything back where it was supposed to go.
I just really want to say, because Arlie's having to narrate this, so she does pull Aelric and Thad into the room so that she doesn't have to narrate in the hallway, but she keeps narrating as it's happening, and as we get to the part where we basically signed our names for a whodunit, she just stares at that with like misshapen eyes, but continues to narrate and doesn't miss a beat.
What remains done? See. I mean, you see over here, we have the machine, and it's very simple. You see, circuitry of the construct's head is very complex, but by using they're not interested in this. Take the head. You put it in, yeah, and then the machine itself will project a field, and the field interfaces with the circuitry of the head. So no manual install. It's very simple. Anyone could do it. Typhon smiles, says, "That's very good work. I do so hate having dependent plan. For a good plan, no one is dispensable. And I am so glad that you have not made yourself dispensable. See? Very good. Well, good progress. We'll update you with whatever we need, whatever we find out, Adelpho. And Adelpho, make myself perfectly if I happen to hear anything about a certain gnome visiting the market, I would be very upset. Adelph goes, and he leaves the room.
I'm gonna go talk to Wyan, and I think that you two should go talk to Darrett.
I thought you wanted me to talk to Wyhan with the heads.
Well, that was before what was narrated was just narrated. I think that we should leave our families out of it for the time being, and I think that we should first really figure out what we're. Do they know? It doesn't seem like they remember what happened before.
True. It does seem like we know and they don't know. And hopefully the next go round we get at this, we don't sign our damn families' names on the evidence.
No, but I put three names. It sounds very confusing. It sounds like they're trying to implicate us. He thought Adelpho had done it.
Okay, so we've possibly spared Adolfo from a further beating. Maybe he won't have a black eye this time.
Yes, and as long as we keep the heads on Orlick, who, for this entire adventure, has made sure that people know that he will not be searched, he will not have his weapons taken away from him, and everybody has. They just keep it there like that.
True. Yes, that will be completely on brand in character when we go to the ball.
But we should.
So we are to Darrett. Arlie and I to Darrett, and you to Wyhan.
But we're on a little bit of a time crunch. And that'll happen at what time again, Coy?
Our keen 10 something.
Sorry, that was a muscle reflex.
I mean, Coy's
It's
probably
fine.
keeping track too.
The ball properly begins its.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
7
7
p.m.
p.m. Okay.
Currently just a bit after 11 a.m.
Okay. I mean, I think that for the expedience of time, we should probably split up. But if we don't like that idea, we can also all travel to the same places at the same time.
Right. Okay. So your plan is. Just tell me again what I need to do next.
Darrett seemed to know the last loop, right? He said that he couldn't talk to us then. Do we remember what time we went to see him? What time of day we went to see him?
No.
You saw Darrett around 4 in his chambers in the barrack.
He said he was being watched and he couldn't talk to us then, but he said that no matter what we did, it wouldn't matter. He might remember. On the other hand, Wyhan is the most powerful mage around, and she seemed surprised, meaning that she doesn't want whatever to happen. So her going in knowing what will happen will bring a very powerful ally onto our side.
Okay. So.
Let's go.
Yes.
So Aelric just starts heading towards the. What'd you say? Where did you say he was? He was in the barracks, right?
He was in the barracks when you met him. He arranged that. Last time you saw it, because he leaves you and he left you a note in the Bozeman saying, "Meet in my chambers at 4 p.m."
Yeah. But we know where his chambers are because of that incident.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we can head there. You have the harder job, Sam. You've got to find out wherever the hell Wyhan is.
She's going to be in one of the fancier rooms in the palace, and I'm going to ask I'm going to ask the floofiest page boy I can find.
Okay.
Fantastic.
That's my job, and I'm going to.
You and I are going to Darrett together.
Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly, it might be one of those things that we use your message thing so we can contact Sam if we get some good info and just say, what now?
Cool.
Also use sending.
We also have sending.
Pardon?
Oh no, I think your mic is starting to pop again a little bit.
Oh dear. Okay. No. I was just saying that that's a really good idea that you had to use. It's sending, right? That spell.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that the party had considered that they could use sending from their chambers to speak to any of these people right now. They don't want to overcomplicate.
Yeah.
But I'm not in
Well,
the party right now, and I don't want to solve problems.
Yeah,
for
but
you.
we don't have. I thought, yeah, that's true. We don't have to know where they are because we were going to use sending to contact Bubo. I totally forgot about that.
So as we not to burn too many spell slots, I think that you should definitely use sending to contact Garrett, and I am going to pop out of the room while the two of you prep that, just to track down a page boy to see if Wyhan is somewhere in the grounds. I shouldn't have to go too far to find a servant.
Okay. So what's the plan, party?
Okay, so that will be us coming up with a 25-word phrase for you, right, Claire, to send to Darrett.
Garrett, yeah, but I guess I don't understand. Claire, don't understand his role or like why.
So Darrett was the one that warned us first about everything that was going to happen. So Sam's thesis is that he stands outside of the time loop like we do, like he has recall of the time loop. So if we can bring him in and let him know that we are also outside of the time loop and can remember them. We're not outside, but we are not influenced in the way or affected by the loop that we forget, that we come tabula rasa, that we can get him on our agenda and show the fact that we've actually got the Rosemary head.
Okay.
So we need to get Garrett to us and Wyhan on our side all at the same time before the ball.
Okay, sure. So is our question to tell Darrett where we are and tell him to come to us, to ask him where he is and say that we're coming to him, or to tell him as many details?
I think he should come to us. I think he should just come to us and not reveal too many details, if any details, other than the fact that we need him immediately. And that perhaps
Right.
we need to say something like, we know that Harold is in danger, or something to let him know that we have insight to the fact that we are looping. But I leave that for smarter players to figure out in terms of syntax. That's you in this pairing, while Sam goes looking for a page to, yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Come to our room right now.
Okay, you're sending that?
Yes. So just for the I'll drop it in the Twitch chat.
To our room.
Oh, but
And
hold on.
you
Twitch
might-
is further behind. I don't want to do that to them.
Yeah,
So
that's okay. You should also make sure that he knows that it's from you.
yes. So yeah, so it's gonna be like hi Darrett. Arlie here. I'm just trying to think, is SOS one word? No, we'll go with emergency. Not a word. Come to room right now. 10. We know about Harold. We can help you. Okay, we have a little bit more. Please respond.
Yeah, because he can respond to you from the spell.
With coordinates, etc. There.
You don't need the coordinates. He's gonna come to us.
Whatever. Well, maybe he can't. And then he can tell us where he is.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's why I threw an etc. Okay, sent.
Does it make the text sound?
Should it? Probably, but like kind of a mystical one, like like a tinkling, like if light could glitter, if you could hear light. I think. Yeah, everyone make their best impersonation of what light sounds like.
Man, I hope they don't got like mind shields. Yeah, no, this is it's fine. It's fine. It's all fine.
If we just reset, we just Tom Cruise this shit and go back, and then we'll do it better next time.
We have to bleed on the. If anybody in our chat right now or playing this game enjoys loops such as this, may I recommend Deathloop?
I don't know that one.
It is a big.
Receive a message back. First word is received. Wait. And there is a long pause, the kind of pause that you would assume someone takes to 25-word message. And Arlie Darrett's voice speaks to under supervision. Not me. Speak to the gnome. Not trust the guards. Meet me today at 9 a.m.
Meet me
Damn it.
today at
We're
9 a.m.
So
Shit.
basically, we're going to watch all of our friends and family die again. That's the
Yeah,
plan.
you're gonna have to fucking reset.
You guys just want to like go try to kill him right now?
Yeah.
Like
100%. Right now, we're gonna storm the gnome thing right now, and just
We'll go to the
Just-
basement. We'll just go get Harold.
let's just go.
let's no well like, but we should do it in a fun man. Like we should try to get more information before we pop and go back to 9 a.m. But that means that we have to go to him, or one of us goes to him first. Well, the two of us go to get the head again.
Well, I have to go get the tuna.
Yes.
Right.
Carry
I
it.
physically can't get the tuna, and I think that has to go with you for the dimension door, or you have to go find a sneaky way to be a tuna man.
In the morning when we wake up, we just need to bolt upright. You go find Garrett at 9. You go down and find Garrett at 9 a.m. and we'll go get the fish, monger. But right now, I think that we should try to go to the gnome. And if things go bad, we know that we'll just pop back in the morning. But let's try to get as much more information as we possibly can here.
Okay, so we will disregard his sentiments to that. I think he warned us or told us to wait or something, right? I'm not.
He said to talk to him at 9 a.m., but he said talk to the gnome too, right? Did I mishear that?
Yes, no, he said talk to the gnome, don't trust the guards, meet me today at 9 a.m.
No, who's the? Oh, I'll not Alfredo. Who's Alphonse? I can't remember.
Adolfo.
It's been a very long day.
Adolfo.
Adelphi.
Okay. Well, then I guess we're headed. Do we have an idea of how to get to the gnome's
his-
lab?
Lab. We've been to his lab.
Okay.
Been to
I
his
don't-
lab on. Yeah, you have actually been to his lab. After you rescued him, you the Farcaster, Talker in his.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember.
good point.
Okay,
We're gonna very casually, no, we got no problems. We're just walking to our friends' workshop.
So the time right now it's going to, it was 11:30 when you first had that vision of the workshop and the conversation between and Adelpho. That was at 11. I'm going to say that your internal planning and the time to walk from your part of the castle, which is in one of the high towers, quite high up, down all the way to where the gnome's workshop is. You're going to get there around 11:30. As you pass the kitchen, do you notice that the goose has been caught, and is currently being plucked? I don't know if you recall, in the morning, a goose escaped from the kitchen. The chef ran after it. The chef evidently caught the goose and is now plucking the goose, which shouldn't be a problem for any of you because none of you are vegetarians. So, the dungeons of the Castle Calaman are not the dungeons. Let's call it the sub-levels, because the dungeon is evocative of sub-levels. Is just the basement, right? It's damp. This is by design because this is traditionally where, before the magic of refrigeration, most putting all of their goods for winter in cold storage. As it is autumn and winter, suburbs are mostly full with wheels of cheese, piles of eggs, big jugs of wine and milk and all kinds of other vegetable goods. A course of deer hang from various meat hooks, evidently from a hunt. You turn a corner. Elric, are you in bare feet? Does he wear shoes?
He actually
You're
does have. He actually does have boots. Yeah.
He does boots. Okay. Cool. And you see, and you are assaulted by the smell of ammonia, and tobacco. At the end of a long hallway lit by tallow candles, light comes out of the cracks of a heavy oak door that you've seen the other side of. It's the workshop.
I knock on the door, and in Gnomish say, some friends have come to visit, and I try to open right after knocking.
You hear a startled squeak and a flask shattering as the heavy door swings open. You see Adelpho staring at you with the look of surprise. Tiny, wrinkly, raisin-like face.
We haven't seen you since we really came back or had a chance to catch up after such a marvelous and important adventure together.
See,
May we come in?
see.
We do so. Or at least I do so.
You make your way in. The smell of ammonia and pipe tobacco becomes even stronger as you enter the room. It is as you saw it before, except over in a far corner, a large, where once you saw the machine, Harold, there is a large canvas cloth hastily thrown over what is, the same size and the same position of the old machine.
Out of curiosity, before we begin reminiscing with you, is there any languages that you might know that might be fun to practice, that might, you know, be more fun if there is one?
I don't know what. He looks like he's gathering himself up. You I very, very important work here. Very important work. You must leave. See, you must go. There is very important things. Nothing that would interest you. Nothing at all.
Adolfo, if you could just, for 1 second, since we did want to come down here, I have a very technical question that's come up in the past month, and with a 17 Arcana, I want to pretty much like very technically be like, let's say I put one of my friends in, I want to describe kind of exactly what he's doing, but phrase it like my friend had this problem. You know what I mean? Does that make any kind of sense?
Yeah. Okay. You can do that.
So if one were to find oneself with an acquaintance in such a machine, would that be ethical? And if one wanted to get your friend out of a machine, what would be the way to do it?
Make a perception check. You're good with a 15, Aelric. He's going for something behind his back.
Stop him!
Is this an initiative roll, or can I just reach out and grab him?
I mean, it depends what you want to do.
Pick him up, both hands like
Pick him
this.
up?
Yeah.
You roll athletics for me?
You bet. $23.
I don't even need to roll then. I mean, your hands are the size of dinner plates, and Ore Delpho's chest is the size of a dinner plate. You move across the room with startling speed for a creature of your size. Clasp him, holding him out in the air across from you. Almost like someone would hold a baby while they were cooing at it. As you lift him, he drops what looks to be a sort of you've heard of these sort of things. They're not like crossbows. They fire energy, but it is a sort of hand weapon with a trigger on it.
Okay. When I get him secured, Aelric says, Darrett commanded us to come speak to you.
Wasn't my idea.
We know. I forgot to mention that the man who made my friend who made this contraption probably didn't want to make it.
I mean, I promise you, I didn't. I said, it's a bad idea, to go back. What's done is done. Put me down.
Before I do, I need to ask one question. How many times have you lived this day? How many times have you lived this day?
Probably answer him.
Oh, you see, I warned them. I warned them. When you cannot just move one timeline. There are more than one. They stack on top of each other like spine, like the bones in a spine. It's a hernia, and no one wants that. Ah, he's completely forgotten that you're holding him.
Adelpho,
Like a dog with a bone when you have an idea.
Adolfo, I understand that we've just percolated some very inviting possibilities, but in terms of rescuing our friend, making sure that reality doesn't shatter, and stopping this insane plan, what do we need to do?
Ah, well, yeah.
What was that?
Just put me down and then I talk.
So Eobrik puts him down, and he puts his hand on him. He's on the ground, but his hand is still on his shoulder.
He brushes himself off, which is funny because he's like covered in dirt, and you were just prestidigitated.
Yeah.
I mean, arguably, you're like it's worse for wear.
Yeah.
Sí. Okay. A good question. See, the machine is using your resonance from the explosion. Odds were someone in the chamber did magic to make sure that the event happened. All of the realities. See, you know. His magic has a resonance, like an echo. You are tied to the echo. It is in your blood. The man is a warlock. He, not the magic like a you. Like is a magic like a different kind of magic. Blood magic. So, Vito, bring all more than one of you together. Maybe is enough resonance. Guys, one is not enough. I recommend we get the head of Legion. See, the head of the Legion. Could be configured to use the magic from Takesis to turn the time back. But I wouldn't worry too much about the magic. It's not like that was a great idea by me or anything. The gem, see? You didn't get the gem.
No, we actually destroyed it. We watched it. We watched her dissolve.
I take the empty gem out of a bag and I show it to him.
But her gem, we recovered.
Oh no, you're kidding me!
You watched her dissolve.
Yes.
You recover. She dissolve. Her gem, no dissolve. Her gem is like stained magic, like you thought. Like you are stained with her magic. Contact with you, short, not very long. The dragon go high, you die, you come back, you are stained. Gem, the contact is very long, much deeper stain, and a god stain, more than color. Yes, his intent, his malice, his power. It's a lot of power. idea that we turn back the time, use the gem, and we use a few you as an anchor. Go back, take the Legion from you, send you on your way. Pieces back in the Legion. Bing, bing, boom, bop, bow.
No. We're gonna get Harold out of the machine. We're going to destroy the machine. There's no going back. It can't be undone.
No, you. I see. So what happened?
Then?
See.
Well, the first thing that you have to understand is that we ended up in a font of all realities connecting with the last technically living dragonborn other than Aelric, who sort of made it.
No. This is adventuring magic. It's not interesting. It turns on, you see? And then what?
Then, when Legion was in there with the Takesis gem, they threw the gem.
Thaddeus.
It's really more of a
smart.
kick.
Smart. You are also so stupid. I'm asking. You come in here. You ask me how many times I live this day. Is insane question. Insane question. Unless the machine works.
Oh,
Maybe
yes.
in whole, maybe in part. What happened?
No. Okay, so there's going to be a party tonight. I'm pretty sure that you know about this. You were supposed to get the head, which we made sure didn't happen. Then you're going to cart the thing in, you're going to trap all of our families in some little domes, and then you're going to threaten our life to give you our blood so you can go back in time and undo something. It didn't go the way you wanted. We nearly killed the Lord High Commander. You all killed Wyhand, and then the Lord High Commander took some of Arlec's blood and slapped it on the machine, and then we woke back up in the morning.
I wasn't so sure with the blood if it would work or not. It's amazing, no? It's not me. I think it's a terrible idea. I don't want to do it, but you see Mrs. Adelpho here.
Yes, but Adelpho, you need to dismantle the machine. Can I rip the tarp off of the thing?
Yeah.
Rip the tarp off. Get our friend out of the tank. I'm not looking to see if that's actually what's behind me, so please tell me if like my Sherlock Holmes moment has just been ruined.
No, it hasn't been ruined.
Nice. Get our friend out of the tank, and then we will help you and help everybody here dismantle Madman from leading the most powerful military organization on the face of our world.
Adios. I want to help you, but my wife. Construct. There are 100. There is no escape. Maybe if you bring me maybe if you bring me a Legion head and an empty soulstone, we could begin to talk about making the machine do something different.
You mean like, and out with the empty soulstone, I reach back into the bag on Arlen's shoulder and I grab Legion's head and I pull it out.
Bueno. Sí. Okay. You know, take the rosemary head.
Well, yes, we have that too. Why would we need that one too?
If you give to me the Legion head.
I look over to the other two people like, do we just hand over the head? Do we hand over the head?
Elric is, he's this type of gnomic techno magic stuff is like politics to him. He just yields to the people that really know it better. So he's just nodding in acceptance. I mean, he follows what's being said. But
I hand over the head.
I mean, his only problem is, Elfo, where you get head.
So if you hadn't intervened and had let the tuna get sold, you would have just ended up with the head anyways. And now instead we've just brought it to you.
But he also has the empty soul stone.
And he says he can do something different with it, like free health.
You see, what
Right.
I am saying is, they say, why hand turn by Candlewick?
Just give me a moment before I just am going to just do a quick little read before we absolutely hand over everything. And I would like to do my little thing where I can read thoughts. So I'm going to channel divinity and choose Adelpho. He has to make a wisdom saving throw. DC 17. And I'll be able to read some thoughts. And if he fails, then I just get surface thoughts, I think.
He does not. He fails. Saving throw.
If he fails its save, you can read its surface. If the creature fails its save, you can read its surface thoughts, those foremost in its mind, reflecting its current emotions and what it's actively thinking about, for 1 minute.
Adelpho is terrified. He's worried about Mrs. Adelpho. I know she didn't come on the voyage with us, but they were a couple. And he has indicated to you that Typhon has her. He's terrified that any one of the 100 Solamnic constructs that are at large within the castle and in the city could kill him in a moment. He's terrified of Typhon. And he's mostly worried about how he's going to explain not only that he has the head, but like how it came to his story in the first place without looking like implicating himself in its original theft.
So he's gonna be a jerk.
Right, so, I mean, I guess he's mostly just scared. I can't tell if he's... Well, if it fails, I guess we'll just not trust you tomorrow.
If it fails, see, okay. So we try.
Right?
To go back in time and undo. We are not undoing what can't be undone.
Wait, is that what he wants to do?
No. You misunderstand me. If I put in the Legion head and the empty soul stone, it absorbs all of the magic of the Thekesis that has been released from the soul stone, that is in the constructs that Typhon has access to.
There we go. Yes, yes, yes. I understand now. I'm sorry. I thought you wanted the wrong head, and I'm not holding Rosemary's head. I hand it over.
See,
Let's try.
the problem is I need to be closer. I need to be closer to the constructs. I need to be closer to Typhon. And right now, Typhon doesn't even have the Rosemary head. He doesn't think I have a head.
So he needs.
How much
So
time do you need to prepare for this?
Maybe.
An hour. An hour. Harley, how often can you send sending?
A couple more times.
Why don't you two stay here with Adelpho? As he preps whatever it is he needs to do, I will track down either Typhon or the guard or one of these mechanisms. And when you are ready, I will expose the fact that I have the head and then attempt to make it back here as closely as I possibly can, leading them back this way.
How, since I'm the one with sending, I can cast it 2 more times. How will you tell me when you've followed through on your bit of the plan?
I get to return your message.
Yes. So, okay. So I will check in with you in how long?
Adelpho, all we need is Typhon's proximity to the machine, correct?
See, I mean,
If you start building it now, in an hour before the party, if we just bring him here, you can activate the machine here and we can be done with it.
see, but you know, you're not going to bring all of the constructs here.
Oh, all of the constructs. So we have to do it again.
We have to go to the party.
I have a question, Adolfo. Is the machine, can you hook up Rosemary's head to the machine right now?
See,
And if if you were to connect it before, just like last night, would we need all of the construction, or would we need all of the constructs around in order to have the same effect? Or will my blood just send a...
I turn it on. I mean, you know, poof. Goes through a bunch of rough sheets of paper, looking around. One in 500 chance. Boom. Everyone dead. Everywhere. Forever. But, you know. Same.
I gamble on 1 in 500 all night. As a plan, stop me if I'm spouting nonsense, but we turn on the machine, we activate the machine, we go back tomorrow at 9. Adolfo needs to get the head, and we need to get all of the constructs. So we need to talk to Garrett in the morning to lay a plan for that night. Adolfo, if you can't remember what goes on in the loop, how can we earn your trust near instantaneously?
I think we can say.
What is your wife's pet name for you?
For me?
What does your wife call you?
Calls me Adi.
Adi. If we knew that, would that allay suspicion?
I don't know. I mean, I'm a suspicious guy.
Adolfo, what could we have said when we walked into this room or knocked on your door that would have let you know immediately that we can solve this in a more practical and better way?
It's not what you said when you are asking me. Some machine is very suspicious, especially when I have your friend in the group here. It's making me nervous.
That's fair. We didn't know.
You should just play it by ear.
Okay, fair. Get the machine up and running. Does this sound good?
In perception check.
All of us that.
I might perceive.
Arlie crushes it as usual. Arlie, you hear the sound of human footsteps, void foot. It's not a construct, running away very quickly from the door. Someone evidently has overheard your
Longstrider, right now. Thad, chase them down. Chase them. Thad, go. Or Eric.
I misty step through the door. I misty step through the door, and I start on my next turn. If that's not like enough with my already 40 feet of movement, on the next time I will start blade. I'll start blade singing to make my movement speed go up to 50 feet per round.
Okay.
Chase?
You intercept a palace guard.
The hero of Kalaman demands you to stop.
Meanwhile, in the lab, Adolfo is hitting the Mary head into the machine. Yeah? Like he said, anyone could have done this. Goes in, and suddenly the machine just hums. And you can hear something very small vibrating inside. No tick-tock yet. Bad. The guard goes for his sword and then thinks better of it. He's young. There was quite a big recruiting drive during the war. Many of these soldiers never saw the feat, even that the party brought such a swift end to the threat. So, guards, some have retired, but not a bad career. Man.
Well, I don't let go of my staff. I make sure that my offhand or my main hand stays away from my rapier, and I look at him and I go, "My brother, just a little older than you, is a knight of Solamnia. I don't want to hurt you, son."
Rather than fighting you, clasps the emblem of Solamnia on his chest. In the dim of the basement, you could miss it if you were outside. You see it briefly low, and then once again darken. Says to you, I have my order.
Son, I respect that. None of this matters anyway, and I hope in the next life you remember a valuable lesson here. I cast Shadow Blade at 3rd level, and I just slice him in half.
He sees you begin to move, and he goes for his sword. Or he can even reach it. Your blade just flicks across and opens his neck. Like a hot knife. Butter. He looks shocked for a moment as his lifeblood courses over his gorget and down his front. Sinks to his knees. Falls.
In the next life, I'm going to give you a gold coin. And then I turn around I walk back. I start running back down, being like to the thing and be like, "You guys need to hurry with the machine because they know now."
See, it's we need to just be ready very quickly. Yeah, it just needs time to warm up. Alright, what you do?
Oh, I tried to stop him, but then he alerted everybody, and so I killed him.
Is that?
The
game is moot as it is.
No, I was kind. I was kind. He knew who I was. He was a prisoner caught. He made a choice, and like a good soldier, he has to live with his choice. And hopefully, an echo of that will live on when we reset all of this, and he will not make that mistake again.
I mean, at this point, we really should just, I don't know, we should just, it's just I once quarreled with our neighbor. I'll just take them out, won't I?
No, that's not. It's not quarreling. He sent an entire army technically on us. Is the machine ready?
No. He's still warming up.
Oh my gosh. I mean, so he managed to warn everyone, is that right?
Oh no, I think that right now, yes, that there is a general sense that something is happening somewhere, and that it's going to be centered on us.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a little beacon in their little things.
Right. Okay. So, I guess we should get ready to die. Unless anyone has any better ideas.
I'm just gonna walk back up. I don't know, Shatter. I can't collapse
Don't
this.
need a... Listen. When I turned it on the last time, how many of you it take? I do not know. One is not enough. Is two? Is three? Is one?
Oh, it just took the blood of one of us to send us back to this morning, and that's all we want to go. We do not want to go any further back than this morning. That would get very confusing very quickly.
And it was my blood, so we should do the same thing.
All right. I'll
Right.
stay.
Because my blood might send us forward in time, and then we would have to live with the consequences of Thad's actions for 2 more days.
Or giving your...
I mean, in fairness, I did tell you to go after him, so it is
might
my...
take us all of the times. So yes, let's use my blood. You just say when you need my blood.
It's just the presence. I mean, the blood is too if it's fresh, but I don't need to catch you. Catch. See?
Yes.
Okay.
Can
There's a
we
long
move,
and awkward pause.
Can we move the machine closer to the door so I can hold off the people?
No. I will go. You know, it has been a long time since I have got to wantonly. I've never actually. Do you know that my family sings songs, ancient songs about slaughtering Solamnic knights. Please don't take this away from me.
I have to stay by the machine, so if you are going to leave, you are going to leave.
Arlie, please stay with him. I would not like you to think any less kindly of me.
I take responsibility for being the one that heard the man, so...
Oh no.
Really? We're all in it. We're all in it. Right, okay, so what tell me what to do. I'm a bit multi-dimensioned out.
I believe, I think from what I get, Thad is going to go, basically, go to war with anyone coming down the hall, and we're going to wait till the machine comes on, and then I'm going to go over there and touch it, and then hopefully that'll reset everything back to 9 o'clock or the next morning when we wake up. Hopefully.
Good. Thad, would you like some guidance?
Yes, please. Thank you. That would make it more fun.
The sound of light reappears.
King, your patience
Bad.
with us going through all this is monumental. I mean, just lovely, just adorable and wonderful.
God, what do you do?
I'm gonna stand outside the thing. How long is the hallway before like the turn of the first flush of guards would like is it a long hallway? Is it off of a staircase? How much view plane do I have?
About 100 feet in front of you for the first turn.
The first time I see anybody that has armor on turn that corner, I'm just gonna pump a fireball. Like I'm just casually leaning against the wall, and I have sort of my finger lazily pointed forward, and I'm waiting.
Yeah, I want Arlie to cast Bless. That's going to be more useful than Guidance. But same interaction, same vibe.
Okay.
Which means
Long
we're all-
silence,
including
punctuated by the gnome. Quite shaky hands, taking a flask of something from inside of one of his drawers, taking a very long drink from it, like then offering it.
Oh, Sean, you're
Did you say it offered it to Aelric, or did you?
Arlie first.
Oh, Arlie.
she doesn't even ask. She's just like, cheers.
Arlie, I don't know if you've ever had the misfortune of shooting proof liquor before.
Yes.
Yes. You know that feeling immediately in your senses and in your throat, and this feeling that like this experience might be permanent. Like I might not never feel like this ever again. Like this might be me now. And then as water wells in your eyes, it passes.
She just sort of absentmindedly like just offers it in the spirit of sharing. But she passes it along.
Okay. God. At the end of the hallway, round the turn, two of the constructs of Solamnia.
This mote of light just shrieks forth from my finger, and as it's about to get right in front of them, it just explodes, and everybody inside hears the first fireball go off.
Okay. Your fireball down the hallway, it's dark down here, and it leaves streaks in your vision from heat light. Dust is shaken off all the walls. You hear mortar from between the stones fall to the ground. A few loose rocks from the ceiling. No cave-in. Knights appear damaged. Off the leg of one of them. The other has a large, exposed, arcane circuitry. They still continue to advance towards you as two more.
I like there's like a smile, and I start to sing a little song underneath my breath, and a dark, shadowy blade billows up into my hands, and I charge down the hallway with a smile on my face.
Things happen very short span. Bad looking, maybe happier than he's looked since he died. Runs willingly towards his own death. The gnome turns to you and says, "You can touch it now. You can touch it."
Right. Aelric does the exact same thing that he was forced to do last time, and he just places his hand right where he was placed last time.
The machine rumbles. a wave of energy erupts from the machine, once again shaking what was left of the dust, the last explosion, not 5 seconds ago. The walls and the books and the objects rattle on tape. Bad. Reach the first construct and plunge your shadow blade deep into its exposed circuiting. The hand comes and grabs your wrists, pulling them further into it. Talk. There is now a sound almost like an echo as the energy that was released on this plane passes through the barrier directly above and below it, above and below it. Bad. The construct headbutts you. Feel your nose explode as this metal head just immediately slams into it. What do you do?
I spit blood into its face, and using my last remaining 3rd level spell slot, I am going to cast Thunderstep to transport myself back into the room behind me and dealing 3d10 thunder damage to everything else that was around me in that corridor.
Wonderful. You arrive back in the room that you left, and you're still facing in the original direction. Pouring down your face, you look like a hockey player fresh out of a fight. And you see that something about the spell you just cast to be affecting the constructs more potently than the violence you did unto them last night, or the violence that you did to them with Fireball. One that you were fighting that had headbutted you stalks still, and you can see sparks, exposed arcane circuitry flying, and it falls over. In the hallway, close to the blast, pause momentarily, and you see lights in their eyes dim, and the lights in their eyes come back up, and they resume walking towards you. There is a shifting, like 2 metal discs grinding against each other, or like a bone, the spine of the universe shifting out of its place. The universe is in pain. The multiverse screams. And it is a clear day and a cold day. Dew is forming on the glass of your windows. Outside your room, you can hear servants arguing. There's the sound of a terrified goose. I am wondering if the party will save. Outside your window, a flock of starlings take off. Heads out over the horizon. It is
Since
8
we
a.m.
What time is it?
8
8
a.m.
a.m.
We have a meeting in an hour, but because we have like only the reaction, Thad sits like straight up and starts touching where his broken nose should be, and he is just laughing. He is laughing so hard, and he's like, "Oh, we should see how many times we can do this before everything breaks down." Arlic, it feels so good. We have this place like it's Valhalla or something like a very old legend that like Thor is. It's just nonstop combat, buddy. This might be heaven.
In the middle of a little quick cure wounds spell when they zapped out, and so she's just gibberish. She comes to just with the gibberish, then gesturing vaguely over, but without the full spell. You know, no spell's not lost, but.
And Aelric, ever the pragmatist, says we have an hour.
Yeah, no,
That's gonna
Harold.
be it for tonight. Thank you so much, chat, for watching us. I'm not sure if we're going to resolve this immediately or if Koi has something planned for next week. I'm happy to story. Everyone seems to be having a good enough time. Thank you all so much for watching. I am going to keep this running for a moment.
Behind a bit.
This time around, Twitch chat was behind. It was buffering. Let me just unmute and see where we are here. You should keep it running. Thad's about to stab the construct on. But if you want to switch off the screen, we'll all say goodbye. So thank you all so much. We are the folks, and you are Legion. Good night.
Who are the folks?
In Candlewick Manor, born to nobility, Ollie danced through life with frivolity. Parties and balls, a life so grand. Little did she know what fate had planned. Ollie, Ollie, the wandering Candlewick, chosen by Sybil in her destiny's down. Escape from towers of paper to the open road, a reluctant cleric with powers bestowed. From luxury, thrust into robes, surrounded by tomes and dusty old globes. But Ollie's mind, sharp as a tack, mastered the legalese others did lack. Contracts and bylaws, she knew them all. Her litigious prowess made bureaucrats fall. In mazes of paperwork, she'd find a way to bend the rules and save the day. A holy symbol in a divine dream. Not all in the tower is as it may seem. A true the tower across the land. But Ollie sees more than meets the eye. All timelines at once, futures that fly. Past, present, future, all intertwined. Sometimes leaving the present behind. But Ollie sees more than meets the eye. All timelines at once, futures that fly. Past, present, future, all intertwined. Sometimes leaving the present behind. Library cat, shrouded in mystery, follows Ollie through every history. With glowing eyes and silent paws, it guards her path without pause. Ollie, Ollie, the wandering Candlewick, chosen by Sybil in her destiny's down. Escape from towers of paper to the open road, a reluctant cleric with powers bestowed. Cut from luxury, thrust into robes, surrounded by tomes and dusty old globes. But Ollie's mind, sharp as a tack, mastered the legalese others did lack.
Oh, hoist up the sails, let the winds take a breath. For Thaddeus turned, I command his ship. A lord of the waves, a sailor so bold, with magical powers and a heart of gold. Behold, Thaddeus sailed the endless sea, with little Bubo as wise as can be. Through tempest and tide, they roam far and wide, the turnpike legacy, their unfading pride. From the mighty turnpike line he hails, with a lineage of captains braving the gales. A scion of seafarers fierce and grand, with the smell on his lips and the sword in his hand. Behold, Thaddeus, master of the spell, with little Bubo through heaven and hell. They dance with the stars, they flirt with the dew, their laughter echoes in the ocean's pool. An owl for his mate, little Bubo's his name. Together they soar in fortune and fame. With little Bubo, his talons wrapped in light, they summon the winds and the stars to their fight. A curse of great power, a gift or a bane, Thaddeus wields it with little to fame. A robe with a charm, a whispers of magic and the salt-laden air. The turnpike adventure none can compare. So sing of the turnpike, the legend, the tale, of Thaddeus and Bubo setting sail. For where the map ends, their journeys just start. The seas in their blood, magic in their heart. So sing of the turnpike, the legend, the tale, of Thaddeus and Bubo setting sail. For where the map ends, their journeys just start. The seas in their blood, magic in their heart.
In Solania's fields a halfling stood tall, sea grey eyes, a fighter's call. With Fiona's love and Angus' smile, his world was bright for a little while. Oh, Harold Grey with list in hand, a promise made, a journey planned. Each task he'll mark, each dream fulfill. For those he's lost, his heart beats still. From Zakar streets to golden fields, their family loved the greatest shield. They dreamed of wonders near and far, and on a list beneath the stars. Oh, Harold Grey with list in hand, a promise made, a journey planned. Each task he'll mark, each dream fulfill. For those he's lost, his heart beats still. Young Angus fell on distant shore, while Fiona's kiss would come no more. A drunken noble, a vengeful blade, left Harold's world in darkness laid. But from his grief a purpose born, to honor vows that he had sworn. The list unfolds a final wish, a blade resisted a gutted fish. Now Harold roams through joy and strife, to live for three in one short life. From mountains high to oceans deep, this solemn pledge he vowed to keep. With bowler hat and iron will, he faces each task with hard-won skill. For every deed he sees it through, he feels their love forever true. And when the final task is done, when every battle's lost and won, he'll close his eyes, his duty clear, knowing his loved ones drawing near. In afterlife they'll meet again, their love eternal, free from pain. The list complete, their dreams fulfilled, a promise kept, a future will. Oh, Harold Grey, your journey's long, but in your heart they're never gone. With every dream that you fulfill, Fiona and Angus are with